contact. My name is Jeff Bryant, Bryant's Issue Karate. Today we have a special show for you. We're on location here at Strike Fitness in Oxford, Michigan. I have Shane Blower with me. He's the owner-operator, and his kids are getting ready for the Golden Gloves. How you doing, Shane?
Good. How you doing, Jeff?
Doing great.
Good.
When is the Golden Gloves?
Golden Gloves is going to be at the end of March. It's going to be the 27th, 8th, and 9th at the Birchfront Expo.
All right. How many kids you got competing in that?
We have 3 competing this year.
3? Okay. And did you guys had started last year? Was your first year in it? And
last year was our first year, and then we had a heavyweight make it all the way to states. His first time around, did very well.
Yeah.
This year, and he came in as a sub-novice and bumped his way up to novice by the end of the tournament.
Yeah, and that's Zach
Adorn.
Zach
Adorn, yep.
Yeah, he's a beast. He's actually on the Oxford football team, right?
Yeah, he's an awesome athlete, has a great support system with his family, so yeah, he's doing well.
Yeah, I think he got, is he going to Central Michigan?
He's going to Saginaw Valley, picked him up
Saginaw.
to play football there,
Yep.
so that's where he's training right now, playing football, so.
Yeah, that's great athletes, you know, like some of the best kids I feel like that inside the sports area in school actually do extracurricular, you know, like with the boxing, the karate, and things like that. So for the kids out there that want to get better at the, you know, the team sports, you know, you can do that by getting into an individual sport like boxing as well. How long, when did you get into boxing?
I got into boxing when I was 11. My first trip to a boxing gym was in Detroit. My father lived downtown Detroit, and he sent me on a bus in the middle of Detroit to Kronk Boxing Gym.
Okay.
And I got my first taste of boxing in there, and then eventually made my way to Azteca and Pontiac.
Okay, so you were at Azteca and Pontiac, and then I know that you ended up at LaSalle, right?
I ended up at the Salvation Army Boxing Club in Pontiac. I went there when I was 16.
Okay. And what was your boxing experience? I mean, like, were you amateur? Did you ever go pro?
Never went pro. I was just amateur. I used boxing for an off-season training sport.
Okay.
A lot like Zach Adorn did.
Okay.
You get a great cardio workout. It helped me build my agility, my stamina.
Okay.
Came into the gym through the winter months, and we would do a lot of sparring. I competed a few times for them. And it just really helped excel the football program for me.
Okay, great. And then, and who was your main boxing coach?
My main coach was, which is a Hall of Famer, Golden Glove coach now, is Dale Grable.
Okay.
Dale Grable is very well known in the USA boxing world.
And he's probably the biggest name that we have in Michigan, right? As far as amateur boxing and even in pro boxing, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. Dale's been around. I just spoke with him over the weekend at the weigh-ins for the Golden Gloves, and he's been at over 45 years.
45 years.
He's still going strong. He donates a lot of time and energy into the boxing program. I think without Dale involved in USA Boxing in Michigan, they may not be a USA Boxing in Michigan.
Yeah, I know he's a pretty funny guy. You got any stories about Dale?
Oh, well, Dale always has a joke. Whether it's rated G or R, you know, you never know. So
I know he likes to give the women a hard time.
Yeah, he does, absolutely.
Yeah, I know he's messed with your wife a little bit at the tournament.
Oh yeah, yeah. We spent the weekend with him up in Grand Rapids last year, and it was a hoot. He's quite the character.
All right. Well, we're here at the gym, and it looks like we got a lot of stuff going on here. You got a few kids, and some of these kids are some that we're going to see. Now, you actually have girls that box here, right?
Yeah, we have a few girls that box here. One of our girls that competes is Monica. She's over here on the heavy bag, and she entered the tournament this year. If she has a fight, we don't know yet, but she's entered the tournament. We have a lot of girls and young women that come in just for the cardio end of things. So
and you said Monica, right?
Monica, yes.
And she's already boxed once, right?
Yes.
Yep, she did really well, right?
She's 1-1. Yes, in both fights. She had a sportsmanship award at Silver Gloves for sportsmanship. It was a great fight. Could have went either way. It was her first fight. She fought a girl that had more than 5 fights, and she did very well. And I think she actually realized how much fun it can be.
Yeah.
You know, the training's the hard part. Getting in that ring and fighting's the fun part.
Okay. And then looking at the different bags and stuff that we got here, we're gonna walk around and kind of go through, and you can explain to us, you know, what you train and what all these different bags are for, and how the guys are supposed to be hitting it and things like that. So
absolutely.
We got what, young Austin over here,
Austin
right?
Kabinski here. He's going to be fighting in Eastern State Finals, Golden Gloves this year. Right now, this is what we call a teardrop bag. It's a great bag for all different types of combinations. As you can see, he's keeping his hands up, chin in nice and tight, working the body shots. A great bag for body shots. And body shots, a lot of people don't go to the body, but actually the body shots hurts more than the head shots sometimes. So great technique, and we love to teach it.
And Austin, by the way, you said he's already qualified for the next stage of the Golden Gloves, so he doesn't even have to compete at the regionals, right?
He competes. No, he competes at the regionals, but he is intermediate. Intermediates only can win regionals.
Okay.
So they don't go to states and they don't advance to nationals.
Okay.
Your open class fighters will advance to nationals.
Okay.
And your novice fighters will advance to states.
Okay. Good.
So, and then this bag here, and we'll work 3-minute rounds. Okay. We'll work continuous 3-minute rounds. 3 minutes of heavy bags are expected by all of our fighters when they come in the gym. 3 minutes of mitt training, speed bags, jump rope, shadow boxing. Those are all very important exercises to do with boxing. So we make sure that they're dedicating their time to those exercises while they're in the gym.
And not only that, they learn what 3 minutes is, right?
Yeah, exactly. You put it out there.
3-minute rounds, so they have to learn 3 minutes. So they're in there in their box and they're going for 3 straight minutes.
Absolutely. And then when we get closer to the fight, we'll bump those round minutes up while we're sparring to 4 minutes and 4-minute rounds. So they're used to it. 3 minutes feels like nothing after you get done with 4. So.
Okay. Then you got a bag here. It looks like it's filled with water.
Yep, this is a heavy puncher's bag, a hard hitters. This is mainly a bag where I like guys just come in and really use their power punches on these bags here. Doesn't move as much, but it absorbs those big blows. So it's nice to have a bag in the gym like this that guys can really wail on without it flying all over. There's less injury occurs. And some of my beginners, I put them on this bag because it is nice and soft, and it takes a punch. If you hit it a little bit wrong, it won't crank on the wrist. But it doesn't move as much either when you punch it.
Okay.
So we see over here, we have Mike over here working some mitts. We have all of our coaches are volunteer coaches. USA Boxing is a nonprofit organization. So we try to do as much as we can for the kids for the least amount possible. So all of our coaches come in, they volunteer their time.
Okay.
You know, we all pay to volunteer our time for USA Boxing, and it's well worth it.
All right.
So over here, we have Monica. She's one of our fighters. Monica's the one I was talking about. She's working what we call a body snatcher bag, and it's mainly used for body shots. You can get it swaying. She can step in and out, work around it, and throw those nice uppercuts to the body, Monica. Throw those nice hooks and uppercuts to the body there, just like that. Yep. And that's what it's good for. It'll move around. You can see she's keeping her hands up. She's moving her head.
Okay.
She'll control those. She'll control that bag.
Yep. And how long has Monica been training here with you?
Monica's probably been here, I'd say about 8 months, almost a year now.
8 months and already had 2 fights.
So already had a couple fights under her belt. She did very well. Very proud of her.
Yep.
She leaves it all in the ring, and that's what we ask everybody. If you get out there, just leave it in the ring, have no regrets.
Yep.
Zeb's over here.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Not wishing that you had like one, well, I wish I would have done this or done that,
Right,
you know.
yeah.
Just do it.
Yeah, exactly. Zeb's over here, he's working the Muay Thai bag. There's a boxing gym, so we don't teach a lot of kicks. But I just have him working the Muay Thai bag. It's a good bag for heavy punches as well, because that bag weighs 150 pounds. And you can see he's knocking it around pretty good. So that's one of those bags we try to put the heavy punchers on, so it's not flying all around the gym.
Yep.
And over here we have an angle bag. This bag's great for body shots and uppercuts to the head. We have Antonio here working.
And he's been with you longer than anybody else, right?
Antonio's been with us for a couple years now.
Yep.
He's 3-1.
Yep.
He's had some very impressive fights. I look to see him excel. One thing is very interesting with this year's tournament is our kid here is going to be fighting my mentor's grandson in the first round of the Golden Gloves tournament this year, Chase Grable, which is an outstanding fighter as well, so it'll be very interesting.
But Antonio's actually got the body for boxing, right?
He
I mean, he's
does,
long, he's tall.
Yeah, you know, everybody says they remind him of a young Hearns.
Yeah.
The Hitman, you know. He's got a really good pop on his punches. Well improved over the last 2 years. I mean, I tell you.
And I've noticed he's grown a lot in the last 2 years, because I can remember you know, when you started training him and coming in, he was kind of smaller, and I looked at him today and I'm going, oh my God, I think he's as tall as I am. You know? But I think I got to have at least 100 pounds on him though. So
yeah.
But
he's fast. He's hard to catch. He knows how to move. And he works hard. He's put a lot into this tournament, so hopefully we have some great results.
Well, I'm sure he's going to do well. He's done well in every fight, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
He's got one loss, but I saw that fight, and I could have swore he won that fight. So.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
Yeah, so.
Yeah. And that's the one thing about boxing. You know, win, lose, or draw, you left it all in the ring. You have to feel proud of even stepping in that ring. And that's what we try to teach the kids. You know, it's a life lesson. You're not going to win them all. So learn how to overcome adversity and keep pushing. And
I think the biggest thing too is to try to explain to the kids that it's an amateur thing too, right? So
Absolutely.
A loss doesn't really mean anything. I mean, it's just a learning experience. And
Absolutely.
And I try to tell my kids in the martial arts that you probably learn more from a loss than you actually do a win. If Antonio was to go out there and knock everybody out that he fought, he probably really wouldn't learn anything. It's those scraps that he's fighting, and it's you know, and he's sitting there at the end of it going, you know, waiting to see him raise his hand. He knows he left it all out there at that point, and so does the other guy. The other guy's just as anxious, and those wins probably mean just as much, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, these kids go out there and they walk through everybody. They don't learn much from that. So it's nice to see with USA Boxing, they do a great job keeping track of all the kids' fights, and they do a great job of matching the kids up.
We're back with Contact here at Strike Fitness in Oxford, Michigan. We have Shane Blower working out with Austin. They're doing mitt training, okay? Shane's moving around and he's telling them to throw punches, jab, jab, cross, and things like that. So that was awesome, Shane. What were you actually teaching him there?
Right there, I'm teaching him how to throw his combinations. Combinations, there's a count for every combination. So when he comes out and I say 1, 2, that's a jab in the right hand. I get him to roll under the counter punch, come back to the right hand and left hook. It's fundamentals, boxing. You give a couple, you dodge a couple, you throw a couple, okay? Focus mitts are great for this because I can watch his shoulders, his hands, his chin, see where he's at. Watch his feet and the motion that he's making. It's all about balance. Staying center balanced here. Okay, so if he's not and he's getting too far forward or something, I can see that. I can't do that while he's sparring. I can't call it, draw his attention away from the match. So I can do that on the focus mitts and simulate a sparring match as close as possible with a little bit of instruction. That's what's great about the focus mitts.
So then, are there any other techniques that you have them throw? I know you're saying you use jab, hook, cross, uppercut.
A lot of body shots. We'll use like our footwork and the cut angles. You'll throw a combination, you'll roll under, you'll cut an angle, and then you'll close the gap with the right hand, left hook. You know, your basic combinations are a right jab is used more than any. It sets everything up. You throw that punch 90% of the time. The right hand is usually a power shot. The hook is a finisher.
Yep.
Okay, it's a tight punch that comes across and is meant to click right off the front of the chin.
Okay.
So
Now, in the amateur boxing, it's a lot different than pro boxing, right? It's more of a, you can't just sit back like in pro boxing and win with a, I mean, you can win with a knockout, but it's very seldomly in amateur boxing, but you need to score, right?
you need to score points. Amateur boxing, on the front of the glove, on the fist, there's a white patch.
Yep.
That punch does not land at the end of the punch on that white pad, it will not score.
Okay.
A knockdown is only considered a point in,
Yes.
in amateurs. Okay,
Yeah.
that kid could get off the mat, come up and score 2
Yeah.
uncontested points on that fighter who just knocked him down
Yeah.
and take that round right back. It's not a 10-point must system
Yeah.
like professional boxing.
Yeah.
So you have to be active and you have to punch.
And it's
that
still,
hard.
subjective to the referees too, right? I mean, a guy looks like he might be dominating the whole fight with power and dropping people, but it could be a close fight just because the guy's scoring a lot of points, but he's not scoring a lot of power shots.
He's not. He's not scoring a lot of power shots also. And like a lot of times the judges, they will not count
Yeah.
a punch that's here. Even
Okay.
though it might be scoring, but they
the-
won't count that.
Okay.
They want the nice clean shot. Boom.
Bam. Yep.
Boom. Boom. They want those shots. Those score.
Yep.
You get that fighter, he gets a little too aggressive. He's on top of him. Yes,
Yep.
he's controlling the pace of the fight, but he's losing that round.
Now, when the judges are there, and I know that, are you a judge? I know that.
No, I don't judge.
Okay.
I don't judge.
But you know what they're looking for, though, right?
do,
So I mean, are they
absolutely.
counting punches or?
They're counting punches.
They're counting punches. So at the end of it, Austin's got, 50 punches, and the other kid's got 45 punches, and they should give the win to Austin.
and very
right?
rarely will you see that high of a count.
But I'm just saying.
Right, yeah, exactly,
yeah.
exactly. And they'll throw 100 punches around and only 3 of them land.
3 of them land, yeah.
So clean, they have to be clean.
Yeah. I know that some of the, I've been with you before, and you've asked Dale, what was this count? And he'd come back, and it was a heck of a fight, and they were beating the crap out of each other, and you're like, well, it was 8-7.
Right.
And I'm like, whoa, man, out of 200 punches,
Out of
like
200
you said.
punches, exactly.
7 of them
They
landed.
only count those ones that land clean,
Yeah.
and they can be sure that are clean.
Yeah, it's pretty exciting. So yeah, for people out there, you get a chance. It's March 23rd, right?
March 27th, 8th, and 9th.
Okay, March 27th, 8th, and 9th. Make it up to the Birch Run Expo Center and support the Oxford Boxing. Not only that, come down if you have kids that are looking for something to get in shape. Come down here, talk to Shane, his partner Jamie.
Absolutely.
As well as that, you guys, and talking about Jamie, what you guys also do here is fitness for women, right?
Oh yeah, fitness for women,
Men and women,
Yeah, oh absolutely. We do a lot of agility training and plyometrics.
Yeah.
Where we're doing explosive training, and,
Yep.
and Jamie's our guy. He's been in the weightlifting, he's been in the fitness business for many years. So
Okay.
he'll run you through a obstacle course, and then you get into some strength training with the dumbbells and the squats, and it just mix it all together.
Okay.
It's not really a powerlifting workout.
Okay.
It's a cardiovascular workout.
All right,
So,
yeah. Everybody that I know that's been here, my wife, my daughter, my son, all have trained here, and they just love it. You know what I mean? And but it's one of those things with adults and stuff you deal with. I learned even in karate and other things that, everything's seasonal. Everybody has a season. They come, they go, and things like that. But definitely if you come here, you're going to get in shape, especially for people that are looking to get in shape for the summer.
Absolutely.
We're going to get to see some people do a little bit of sparring today?
Yeah, we're gonna get a couple kids in there and work right now.
All right, great.
Okay,
All
sound
right, we're
good?
going to do that. Yep.
All right.
Cool. What do we got going on here, Shane? We
Okay,
got a couple of young fighters in the ring.
Absolutely, we have James Dole in the red and Austin Kabinski in the blue.
Okay.
James, obviously a lot older than Austin, but he's a great
Okay.
sparring partner. He's a little bit heavier.
Yep.
He can really control.
Yep.
Both of them know how to control their punches pretty well.
Great.
So they're
What's the age difference that you're
working.
saying? Austin.
It's Austin's 13
Okay.
and James is 17.
Okay.
So
Good.
there's a 4 years difference.
Yep.
They're just going to sit in there. They're going to work their combination, work their angles. Stay off the ropes, Austin. One of the things we're working on is really keeping these kids off the ropes and use the center of the ring.
Yeah, 'cause
Hands
you
up, James.
Can't move too good on the ropes, right? It's a place you don't want to be.
Exactly. And
Unless you're Ali and you're doing a rope-a-dope, but
one of the things that's common in amateur sports, especially when these kids first fight, is when they start punching, their chin comes straight up in the air.
yeah.
It's one thing we work on, trying to keep these kids' heads down.
Well, they're reaching, right?
They're reaching and they're lifting their head up, which exposes the chin. It's one of the main things we're trying to avoid getting
Okay.
hit. Like that right there. Austin just caught him with a nice hook. Caught him with a nice hook coming in because his head was sticking straight up and his hands are down. So
Right.
go ahead and work, guys.
How
Work.
nice is it to have somebody like Gilbert in here helping
Oh,
you
it's
now?
great. It's great. Gilbert's been with us for a few weeks now, and his knowledge is unbelievable, you know.
Yeah. I know.
He really cares about what the kids are doing, and he really cares about boxing.
Yeah. I knew him, like I said, I knew him in high school, and he was a hell of a boxer back then, and he's doing
Yeah.
real well, so.
Absolutely. I'm honored to have him in the gym. We've been looking for somebody like him for quite a while. We have another ex-professional fighter and kickboxer that comes in, Cliff Cummings. He's a great coach. You know, he's really busy now, so he hasn't had time to get in the gym. I know he's been wanting to get in. He's talked about it, so hopefully we'll see him in soon again. And keep that chin down. Keep your chin down, Austin.
So in the amateurs, they actually wear the headgear, right?
They
when
do wear the
fight?
headgear. All the headgear, his signature on the back, stamped with USA Boxing approval.
Okay.
Else it cannot and will not be used in the tournament. On the
Okay.
back of the helmet there, you can see the little patch.
Yeah. And it's important for the safety for the kids, right? Especially with all the
Yeah.
concussion stuff going around. And
Oh,
You
absolutely.
know?
Yeah, absolutely. And you'll see it in amateur boxing more and more if you watch the Olympics or whatever. The refs take a really close look at the fighter. If he seems to be dazed or stumbled at any point of that round, they take a real good look at him.
Okay.
And then they're not afraid to call the fight if they think the kid's hurt. So you always have a physician ringside. They check them before the fight and after the fight. This is where we don't want to be, Austin. Hook out of there. Hook out of there. Keep your chin down. Good out there. Nice. Just
job.
like that.
Good foot movement. There you
Good
go.
time.
All right.
That's the end of the round. It's a 3-minute round.
All right. So
May not seem long for us, but for those guys, it probably felt like forever.
I know how it feels for me. 2 minutes is a long time in karate.
Right.
We fight for
Absolutely.
2-minute rounds, and tell you what, at the end of the 2 minutes, I'm ready to take a nap.
Yeah,
So,
absolutely. So this is how they get in shape. This is how they learn how to deal with those combinations and defend them as well.
Okay. We got somebody else jumping in next to watch them, or?
No, we don't.
Okay.
We can find somebody though.
Okay.
One, two. See, I'm on this side, and then I'm gonna reach out. I'm gonna reach out. See how my arm is extended? I'm gonna reach out, boom, and I'm gonna try to hit those ribs.
All right. Yeah, this looks like a great workout here. It's how big is this rope that they have here?
This rope is 50 feet long, so it's 1.5 inches or 2 inches round.
Okay.
50 feet long, so he's got two 25-foot strands there. He's flipping around.
Okay.
It's only thing that I've found in working out that equivalent to hitting a heavy bag as fast as you can and as hard as you can.
Okay.
And when we have them over here, we'll have them jump from one exercise to the next.
Okay, from
so
the ladder.
We'll do circuits. They'll
Okay.
go from the ladder to the ropes, the ladder to the ropes. The ladder works great for their agility and keeping them out on the balls of their feet and moving and being more agile, because in boxing you want to stay off your heels. You're always on the balls of your feet. It's a great workout. Good eye-hand coordination.
Okay. So we're actually got some stuff going on inside the ring here. Looks like Gil's working with them a little bit here.
We have Gil working in the ring right now with the kids.
Okay.
We have James in there, and him and Monica. We have Monica in there, and she's working with James. They weigh the same. Yeah, one's a male, one's a female, but they can learn a lot from each other.
Yeah.
So.
Well, for women, if they don't box the men, then they're never going to have anybody to box, really, right?
It's really tough to get the girls' fights right now, but it's starting to improve.
Yeah.
We're seeing more and more girls getting involved.
Well, we have a lot of great women boxers here in Michigan. We just had a Gold Glove winner with the
Clarissa
Olympics.
Shields, a Golden Glove winner. The boxing, the women's boxing is in the Olympics now, which is awesome and exciting for boxing.
Okay. Into your gym here and show us what goes on inside Strike Fitness here in Oxford, Michigan. Any closing thoughts?
I'll just good luck to all the kids out there and Eastern Conference Golden Glove champions. And hope everybody's training hard. I know we are here, so if you're not, you better push it up the next level, because our kids are coming for you.
All right, great. This is Contact. It's going to be bye for now. We have some great shows coming up. We're going to have some visit some MMA schools. We're going to have some jiu-jitsu schools. We're going to look at all types of contact sports and striking like today. So till next time, sayonara.